Welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. This is actually a recording. I just thought it was best that I do this a little earlier in the day. Not feeling really great today. So I wanted to make sure you guys had your mystery stamping tonight. So I hope you have your pieces of paper cut and that you're ready to start. I am going to read for you what pieces you need. You need a piece of, let's see, we're going to start with some white. 4 inches by 5 1/4. That's your normal layer for a card. You're going to need 2 of those and a scrap of white. Whatever you need, 2 colors of cardstock that matches your designer series paper. So make the first one your card base, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, score it at 4 1/4 so that it is ready to make your card. And color number 2 is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. So you'll just have 1 additional colors there. And then your designer series paper, you're going to need a pattern, 2 different patterns of designer series paper. One piece is going to be 2 inches by 3 inches, and the other one is going to be 1 3/4 by 3 inches. So 2 colors of cardstock, 2 DSP patterns that go together well, and 2 pieces of white cardstock that's your normal first layer, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then you're going to need a scrap of white and then a scrap of color. Well, you can decide whichever color 1 or color 2. All right, so let's get started. Tools, your inks 1 and 2. You're going to need some dimensionals, which I'm sure you have on your craft table. You can add some embellishments of your choice. I've made my card design, and then I've done some alternate ideas for you. I know some of you, your favorite thing is to take my idea and alter it. So we'll see if I come up with something like what you alter. A greeting that will go on either a circle or a square. I used the 2-inch circle punch, and then I use the decorative circle punch. So a 2-inch square is, or 2-inch circle is what I'm using. You can use circle or square, it's up to you. All right, here we go. Instruction number 1. You need to score the 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 cardstock at 4 1/4 to create your card base. And you may have already done this because I did tell you about that, I believe, up above. Maybe not, I can't remember. So you're going to score it at 4 1/4, and then you burnish it nicely with your bone folder to make your card base. Hopefully you've got step 1 done. Let's go to step 2. Step 2, place the color number 2 cardstock in your embossing folder and run it through the die cut and emboss machine. I use the splatter embossing folder for mine. And as a reminder, if you spray your cardstock with water and then run it through the die cut machine, the water helps break the fibers down in your cardstock, and it'll give you a nice deeper impression. So go ahead and do that. Run your color number 2 cardstock, which is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, through the die cut machine in an embossing folder. So that's step number 2. While you're doing that, I am going to show everyone the cards for class this week. We have our Technique and Fun Fold class. This is our Technique card. We're going to use a Dainty Delight. Is that right? Yeah, Dainty Delight dies to make this lattice card. And we're going to use the ovals there. This is the simple card. It's using the Country Inn dies and Petal Park. Yep, Petal Park, I got it right. Stamp set. And I made it very simple. You're going to be able to add a greeting or something if you want to. As you can see, just simple card, but then you can embellish. And this is the fun fold. I have to do it backwards. Okay, so here it goes like this, and it opens like that. Isn't that fun? Oops, hard to do it. Okay, there we go. It goes right together when I do it so I can see it. Here, let's see if I can do it like this. See? This is really fun. I learned how to do this when I went down to a demonstrator meeting in Wichita. So, and actually the lattice cards from that meeting as well. All right, step number 3. You are going to take the 4 by 5 1/4 piece of white cardstock. You're going to go ahead and glue it to the front. I know I usually tell you you need to stamp first, but you're actually not going to stamp on this piece at all. So you can go ahead and adhere it to the front of the card. Use your liquid glue, your Tombow, your snail, your tear tape, whatever it is you like to glue, and put your white cardstock on the front of the card. Of course, center it so that it's a nice, the card base is a mat right around the outside of your 4-inch by 5 1/4 white cardstock. Technique Fun Fold class is this Thursday at 4 o'clock. I still have 2 spots open for that one. I'm also offering it Friday at 4 o'clock. So if you'd like to come to class this week, your options are make 2 of every card, so you go home with 6 cards. Or if you want to make your binder, let me grab mine. We are making binders like this. And then each month we put in our instruction sheet and then a sample or a template so that we have an actual template, the written instructions, and then I always put a picture of the technique on the instruction sheet. So then you can go back and recreate really easily. If you want to do the binder, you make a template or sample for your binder, and then you make you'd make one of this, and then a template for your binder. You would make 2 of the simple card, and you would make 1 card like this, and then you would make 1 sample to put in your binder so that you'd have an actual sample to look at. All right, let's see, we're ready for step number 4. You are going to take the DSP and the piece that is grab my right piece here. The piece that is 2 inches by 3 inches, and you're going to place it so it's about 1/4 of an inch from the top left corner of the white paper. Okay, I'll say that again. Place the DSP piece of paper that is 2 inches by 3 inches, 1/4 of an inch from the top left corner of the white cardstock that's on the front of your card. So put some adhesive on that piece and put it 1/4 of an inch from the top left corner of the white paper that you glued down to the front of your card. So the paper I chose to use tonight is the Hello Irresistible. It was on sale in June, and I made it a part of the paper splits. By the way, I do still have 1/4 of a split available if anybody's interested. $44. You get 1/4 of a package of all 13 packages that were on sale. So it's a good deal. All right, so here's the Hello Irresistible paper. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors in it. Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo. They made it look like we embossed in white over the top. There's Soft Sea Foam, Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock. All right, I'm going to give the next instruction. This is number 5. You're going to take your other piece of designer series paper that is 1 3/4 by 3 inches. You're going to place it so that it's even with the DSP you just put down, but it's going to be 1/4 of an inch from the right top corner of that white paper. So take the second piece of DSP, 1 3/4 by 3, and adhere it 1/4 of an inch from the top right corner of the white cardstock. Here's some more of the paper. This adds the Lost Lagoon and the Daffodil Delight together. This one is one of my favorites. I love this. I made a card, I think it was Friday, where I didn't want to cover up the DSP because it was so pretty. This one here is really soft and pretty. That's a soft sea foam. This one I thought was really pretty. It's got the pretty peacock with the lots of lagoon and pretty peacock, and I think a little bit of soft sea foam in this. Another one with a beautiful flower. Now this paper matches the Irresistible Blooms stamp set. This is an online exclusive, which means it's only available on in our online store. Of course, you can tell me you want it and I can add it to an order, but they do that. All online exclusives are only available while supplies last. We have another online exclusive rolling out on July 6th, which is Thursday. There's an adorable truck. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to see that stamp. And if you want it, you need to get it, because I have the feeling the little pickup is going to go very, very quick. So if you're wanting one, take a look June 6th, let me know and I'll get that order put in right away so that you can get that little cute stamp set. There's some other stamps. There's some great designer series paper. Let's see if I can find it. I'll give you your next instruction and then I'll find that other paper. All right. Now you are going to take that piece of designer or cardstock that was 1 3/4 by, find my measurement up there. Oh, 3 3/4. You are going to glue that below the 2 designer series pieces that you've already adhered, and you want to make them look like it's pretty nicely framed with the white paper. So it's going to go below your 2 designer series papers. Okay. All right, let me see if I can find. I may not have brought it in here yet. I've been stamping out in the kitchen. I've injured my leg and I'm icing it, and there's just not enough space in here. Well, I'm not sure where I put it. I had to clean up. I had really fun time. I had company. Some of my favorite friends from college stopped by. We had a great time together. And so I needed to clean up the kitchen, and then they didn't. I was putting stuff away today, and I know I'm rambling because I'm trying to figure out where I put that paper. Thought for sure I knew right where it was. Do you guys ever do that? You know right where it is, and then when you go to get it, it's not there. Well, I'll keep looking for it. But anyway, there's some gorgeous, gorgeous designer series paper, 6 by 6. There's some stamp sets. There's one suite. It's a sleigh set. And that starts July 6th. All right. So hopefully you've got that color number 2 cardstock glued down. All right. Now what you're going to do is on your smallest circle or square, you need to stamp a greeting or an image. This is going to be the only stamping that you do on the front of the card. So if you want this just to be a greeting, you can do that. If you want an image and a greeting, add that as well. You can choose color number 1 or color number 2 ink, kind of your preference. So go ahead and stamp something on that smallest circle or square that you've chosen for the front. Also, July 6th starts bonus days. We did this a few years ago and had a really good response, so they've decided to try that again. It is where for every 50 that you spend, you get bonus bucks. And then you can use those bonus bucks in August. And the neat thing about August is that is when the oh, I apologize. I was going to say that's when you can start purchasing from the September catalog, but that's just demonstrators. But the bonus days, I'm double checking my information here. It's for every 50 that you spend here in the United States, you get a $5 coupon that you keep and you get to use in August. So keep track of what you want to buy in August and make sure in July, and make sure you're hitting that $50. So you get a $5 off coupon. It is your responsibility to hang on to those coupons. They'll email it to you. And if you lose it, that's your loss. So make sure if you earn those coupons, you hang on to them. Then in August, you can redeem those coupons. So for every 50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon. No limit. So you spend $300, you're going to take that and you're going to get 6 $5 coupons. Yeah. So a really good deal. That again starts July 6th, the same day the online exclusive starts. So make sure you go to my website, Davida Lepke at stampinup.net, and then click on specials on Thursday and you'll get to see that. All right. So I hope I gave you enough time to decide what you want to stamp. You are now going to glue the small white circular square to the larger circular square. So whatever color combination you chose, go ahead and glue those two pieces together. Hopefully that's an easy task for you. So technique and Femfold classes this week. Kits and Cup is going to be July 11th. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Kit and Cup is July 18 and 19. The 18th is a Tuesday from 6 to 8:45 and a Wednesday morning from 9 to noon. And then I'm doing my free craft with me here at my house, July 11th, which is, I'm trying to think what day it is. Goodness. Yeah, you guys can tell I'm not feeling the best today, and I apologize for that. The 11th is a Tuesday night, so it'll be from 6 to 9. You can come craft with me here. And then on Saturday, the 15th, from 9 to noon, you can come craft. No charge for that. Just you can use my stamps, my inks, my tools, my dies, my punches, and create something that you're working on. And we'll just craft together, which will be a lot of fun. All right, got to get back over here to my instructions. All right, so you've glued the two circles or the two squares together. Now you just use dimensionals to place the circles or squares on the right side of the card front, about a ½ inch from the right side, but close to the center when it comes top to bottom. So the two circles or two squares that you just put together, you're going to attach them about a ½ inch from the right side of the card, but make it to where it's in the center if you're going top to bottom. Oops. All right, so my other event this month that I'm hosting is on July 25th. It's also a Tuesday. It's going to be from 6 to 8:45, and I'm calling it Crop, C-R-O-P, and a Cup. And it's also going to be down at the 10 and 2 coffee shop. And we're going to get together. You can bring anything you want to work on. And the only fee that's associated with it is you do need to buy a drink from the coffee shop. They've got coffee, hot tea, iced tea. Several of the gals had strawberry lemonade. They had iced coffee last time. Everyone was really happy with the drinks that they got. So you'll need to buy a drink from them. Please don't bring any drinks in. Buy a drink from them. And then we're going to just spend time crafting together. And that is on July 25th from 6 to 8:45. They close at 9. So we want to be out of there about 8:45. So we're not in their way. All right. So did you get that added? Now you can add some bling to yours. You can add some ribbon, some jewels, some gems to add a little bling to it. And then the last, I think it's my last step. Let's see here. Oh, nope. I decided this time I'd help you decorate the inside of the card. So that is everything for the front of the card. Now for the inside, maybe take an image that goes with the designer series paper that you chose. Stamp an image on the bottom left corner of your white 4 by 5 1/4 piece of white cardstock. I suggested that you use color number 1. but you can use whatever color ink that you want. And that should be your last piece of paper. You should have used everything by now. So you're going to stamp something on the bottom left corner of the white cardstock. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you. Told you about bonus days, told you about the class this week and the rest of the events this month. Showed you the beautiful paper that I'm going to show you my sample cards here in just a minute. The only thing I didn't find was that designer series paper. And you know I will find it just as soon as I end this. Hopefully you're getting that stamped, and then of course you're going to add a greeting in the middle of that piece of white cardstock. So add a greeting to the paper that you're going to put on the inside of your card. You can make this anything you want. I needed several thank you cards, so a lot of mine are thank yous. And then, excuse me, I've got a couple thinking of yous that I made as well. Sure wonder where that paper is. You can tell I'm not looking at you. I'm looking around for my paper. Well, I will find it and try to show it to you. It's really pretty paper, really neat. All right, so now go ahead and adhere that white cardstock to the inside of your card. And then if you've gotten written instructions from me at all, you know the last instructions are to decorate your envelope and stamp your name on the back. And that should complete your project. So, ready to see what mine looks like? This is the first one I made. And I'm not a pink person, but oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, so there's my card. How close did you come? Does it look pretty much like mine? And then I stamped like that on the inside. Now remember, you definitely want to post a picture of what you created. There are prizes involved. Here's another one that I did. This one I chose to do the circle in the soft sea foam instead of doing it in white. And then I just stamped a greeting on the inside. This one, pretty much the same layout, but I decided to add a white ribbon. Then I thought, okay, let's change it up and go the other direction. So this one here, you can see I just turned it sideways and did it like this. I love this layout, and I thought it was so neat how different these cards looked. So this one I used the Daffodil Delight and the Lost Lagoon. And then this Irresistible Bloom has these little dots. And so I added those behind the greeting. And I thought they added just a nice little touch. All right, I've got two more. That one sideways as well. And then this one, I flipped it around and put the piece up on top and then the two strips down below. And on this one, I decided to line them up even here just for something a little bit different. So that is my mystery stamping for tonight. Again, I apologize that you're having to watch a recording, but I just wasn't afraid I was afraid I would not be able to do it at 8 o'clock tonight. So I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous July 4th tomorrow. Be safe. Hope you have the opportunity to be with family or friends and just enjoy celebrating America. We're thankful for the country that we're allowed to live in. At least I sure am. I will be back on next Monday at 8 o'clock. Again, class this week. Don't forget, if you can join me Thursday or Friday, I'd love to have you here. And make sure you check out the online exclusive on Thursday, July 6th. Awesome products, and they are while they last, so don't wait. The paper I showed you tonight and the stamp set are the online exclusive that was offered a couple months ago. Some of that is still available, so if you'd like that set, It is gorgeous. Let me grab this real quick. I should have shown you. Look at the stamp set that goes with that. These are the dots I was telling you about. And then there are dies that go with it. Oh my gosh, I should have done this while we were, sorry. There, look at this. Isn't that cool? And then there's this one. Look at that. I am looking at making a class where you would get all the pieces and parts of paper and dies and stuff cut out. I can't stamp for you. That's against Stampin' Up! Policy, but then you could add any greetings that you wanted. So watch for details on that class. I'm putting it together this week. Have a fabulous 4th, and I'll see you next Monday. Don't forget to post a picture or comment. Give a comment down below.